Ellen, in case you don't know, and I am the founder of the designer Dollhouse. Welcome to the workshop, aka my garage. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to take you on a tour so you can see where the magic happens. So come along with me and I'll show you around. So this is mainly where I do all of the work, and that includes dollhouses, and I'm an interior designer. So 9 to 5, which is actually more than that, but I design houses for people, and then in my free time I design miniature houses. So here you'll see a mix of things that I use on my real projects and then my creative projects. For instance, the buckets that I have here, these are all fabrics, leathers, things that are labeled. So I do it by color in case I'm looking for something specific, I know where to dig. And this I've used when I'm pulling for projects last minute, and then I also use them when I need specific things for the dollhouses. This is the work table that I mainly use, which I got from Home Depot back in the day when I was in a small apartment, and it's just a door, and I did a polyurethane coat on it, and these legs are actually drafting legs from IKEA, and they can tilt if I need them to, but it provides a lot of space. I needed a specific size because I was using sheets of blueprints, which are 24 by 36, and I needed a lot of space. So that's why I got it this size, and it worked out perfectly, and it wasn't too expensive. Over here, we have kind of like my back area where I store paints and tools and miscellaneous kinds of things, baby wipes, always gotta have baby wipes, in the car, in the dining room. I do some cutting here, keep all of the things that I need at arm's reach so I can just grab it easily. Over here on the shelves is where I store kind of like miniature things, a bunch of different, what are those called? Tweezers and syringes, all kinds of things that you need, pins. I've got my drafting brush. This is great when I make messes. I can use that. I've had that since college, and it's awesome. Paint, swatches, and then other kinds of miscellaneous things. I try to keep projects that I'm working on in a folder. I also keep them in plastic bins and in like Ziploc bags, the loose material, so that I have it in case they ever need to reference it down the road and could give credit to the manufacturers when I need to. This is also where I keep like sandpaper and measuring tapes, and then down at the bottom is like mineral spirits and denatured alcohol, also like heavy rock boxes in case I need to like keep some stuff down and heavy. This is also where the paints are, so that's that. Okay, so come along this way. You'll see I have this really great rolly cart that I use a lot, and this is where I keep paints, brushes, and glues, and then some aprons that I never use, and some other things. It's kind of self-explanatory. You can see what it is. All right, this is also what I do if you want to see. So when I'm starting a project, I keep things in a bucket, and I do this for my real projects too. Everybody gets a project bucket. So in a project bucket, there are fabrics, things that I want to use that are inspirational, or for dollhouses, because it's a little bit different than like a design project, I also keep furniture that I'm gonna, now I know this looks crazy and you people are probably thinking like, you don't take care of your stuff, but if it breaks, I can usually fix it, and it doesn't usually break, thankfully. But these are all things like if I think I'm gonna use this in the house, which, you know, I can easily take it out, make sure it works, you know, use it for reference, and then put it away. That is that. Usually these projects have a couple of different buckets, and then I keep the ones that I'm using here. These are the, what I was telling you about, the plastic bins. So this is one that I was doing for camp. The camp I was gonna do. There's one that I have here, like Mayor's house. Those are all just like quick things that I might need to reference. But that's how I kind of organize that. Over here is like the back office area. So I've got my scroll saw, which was an awesome find at one of our Dollhouse Club meetings, and then 2 other projects that I'm kind of sort of working on. We're doing a book nook as a club project. We just got those on Wednesday, so that's something we're gonna be doing. And then over here is where I have more organizational stuff. So this is where I keep furniture by category, and it goes 2 back. Fireplaces, beds, sofas. You can see more little projects. You know, they don't need a big one. I just do them in the little ones here. The second row, I've got some towels and blankets that I can use for rags, for staining or whatever I kind of need. This whole bucket is kits that I'm doing or things I need to fix that might have broken on accident. And then here is like building supplies. So this is like wood samples. I get a lot of things from Material Bank, and they do these really great return boxes. So if I don't use it to return samples, then I can use it to organize. So we've got more building supplies, and I'm a big fan of using what you have. You know, these are cardboard boxes, obviously. It doesn't have to be fancy, and they work great to store what I need to store. And then here we've got, I need to label these, but plastic, in case you need plastic wrap, and then all kinds of like paper for projects. So that is how I keep that organized. This is another like a back office area where I've got more of the taller kind of building materials that I use. My old drafting ruler. This awesome house is inspiration that a friend of mine, Pam, who's the president of our Dollhouse Club, she did and gave to me when she was cleaning up, and I think it's amazing. So I keep it back here. And then miscellaneous ribbons. And then Chase is videoing this too, by the way, and I feel like you're getting a little too close. Okay. So over on this side of the shelving, we've got more paint samples. So like I said, these are also for my real life projects that I do. So sometimes I'll be in here late at night working on a project that, you know, it might be due the next day that I haven't had a chance to get to, and 9 times out of 10 I can find exactly what I need and look like an awesome hero during my presentation the next day. So you might think I'm a little bit of a hoarder, and I am, but I need those things, and they always come in handy. So I'd rather have it and not need it than to need it and not have it or have to run to the office. So paint samples up there. We have an old school CD player, because yes, we still have CDs, Dremel tools, all kinds of things in that regard. These baskets, sometimes I forget what's in them. I need to label. I've gotten really bad, but I'm also pretty good at remembering what's in it. So this is all like foam core scraps. Like I said, I keep everything. I don't like to throw out anything. This is all wood scraps. These were like building things that I was using for the beach house. And then this is kind of like miscellaneous special stuff that's got little accessories and like bigger accessories. And then these are all, they're somewhat organized, but they could be a little bit more organized. Like these are mini accessories. These are all seashells, other things that I was making for people specifically. I still need to do odds and ends, plastic containers, small containers, wood samples, other wood colors for reference. You get the idea. Here is where I keep all my electrical stuff. Again, like I said, another use it if you got it. Inside here, you'll see all the electrical things I'm working on learning how to do. That's great. I can pull that. More electrical components here. Some more kits back here. They're not usually the right scale, but they're fun to do every now and then when you have time. Down here, we've got wallpaper. These are all filled with wallpaper samples. And my neighbor was throwing this out and I snagged it. No idea, I'm missing a drawer, but you know, we make it work. This is more foam core samples. Here we've got more egg crates and other miscellaneous things. And then these are like larger containers in case I need them to use for all kinds of things. Coming this way, I store my fabrics, wallpapers, large size. Some of these are scraps from projects that my drapery guy will let me go through when a project is been done for a month or close to a year. He'll let me take it, keep the tile samples. Now it gets tricky trying to work on, you know, some things are definitely just way too thick to be able to use, but these make great like paperweights. If I'm trying to hold something down, I'll stack a whole bunch of these stone samples, and that'll help weigh everything. But some of these things, you know, you just need to like pry it off, and you can still use it to do flooring or wall details, all kinds of things. So we've got wood samples and more tile and, you know, bikes and things, because it is a garage after all. And so that is basically it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you got some valuable tips on organizing your own workshop and a little inside peek on how I do it. If you have any tips you'd like to share, please feel free. I'm all ears. And that's it. Until next time, thanks for coming. Bye.